And we are back for episode 27 of the level 3 UIM, and we are going to be working on a lot of craft in this episode, so I'll hit you back with some levels. The first level up of the grind, 68 crafting. And here we have 69 crafting. And there is 70 crafting. So we were getting about 35 to 40k XP per hour, however unfortunately I have now run out of energy potions, which means I'm going to have to walk a little bit more now. So that is going to plummet the XP rates, but hopefully this won't take too much longer to do. 1017 seaweed left to go. 71 crafting. And there is 72 crafting. 73 crafting. Well, I just missed 74 crafting. But that is probably going to be the last level of the grind, because I don't think I quite have enough to get 75. I should get pretty close, but we are going to finish up the rest of these supplies. So, we are just finishing off the last of our crafting. We've still got the 2 giant seaweed here, which honestly is going to get unnoted now, and then we're going to go finish off the rest of it. Unfortunately, we are not quite going to hit 75 crafting. We are just 15k away, which means we're going to be about 13k away after this invent. I'm just going to do this because it saved me from coming back here. So we can't actually make Slayer rings, unfortunately, but I am not going to collect up any more seaweed because I've hated doing this, and quite frankly once I hit 75 I'm going to stop anyway. So I think I'll just passively get the last level. The previous episode has just gone live, and I said to you guys if we could get 100 likes on that video I would attempt to do some medium clues, and it's not even been 24 hours and you guys have nearly reached it, so I'm going to take that as a resounding yes. You guys want to see me attempt medium clues. In the meantime, I have taken a quick look at how plausible they are. Quite frankly, it's going to be quite difficult. But I knew this when I signed up for it. That's why I said I would attempt them. There are currently only 2 emote clues that I can even do, and one of them actually requires me to get an amulet of power, which I would have to go ahead and go and catch some magpie implings for. But I think I might hold off on that until I actually get the clue, because it could happen that I never even hit that roll on the clue scroll table. God, I can't mumble in my words. But we are now finishing up all of this crafting. I'm just going to drop the last of these and unnote these and finish the final ones off. But yeah, so we probably will be heading over to do some clues at some point. Not going to do it straight away, it's not the highest priority on my agenda. I think after I finish crafting here I'm probably going to head over to Motherlode Mine and knock out another one of the Prospector outfit pieces, because I did say I was going to get the full set eventually, and I think I've got 2 more pieces to get if I remember correctly, the boots and the hat. Also in the episode that just went live, you guys actually requested that I show off how many scrolls I have. I did show it in the stream, but I guess if you guys didn't watch the stream, here you are. Here's how many scrolls we have in the scroll book. Obviously a lot of them I can't even use. For example, Mossler Harmless, Pest Control, Morton, Lunar Isle, Ireworth Camp, and that's it. I can use the rest, but I collected them anyway because they look quite cool in the collection. But now that we are finished with crafting, that is an item removed from the looting bag. I no longer have to open up this and see seaweed in here, which was always annoying me. But I finally got rid of that seaweed. This is pretty much just the stash from Wintertod and Herbivore, which will pretty much be accumulating until I finish getting 99 Hunter and 99 Firemaking. I will say one thing, this is probably the cleanest my inventory has been in a long time. So we're just going to quickly run over to LMS because I need to get some money so that I can buy a pickaxe to go to mining like I just said. So we're just going to use this little shortcut. If you guys didn't know this was here, it's really convenient. Just go through the Soul Wars portal and then go back through to Pharaoh Enclave. Very handy. One question I wanted to pose on this video. I would like to know what the first video of mine is that you guys watched. Like, what found my channel for you guys? What was the first video of mine that you saw? Comment down below and let me know. Just to prove how much of a cheapskate I am, I have minigame teleported to the fishing trawler to go and get my Ardy cloak back, rather than buying it from Purdue. Rune pickaxe reobtained, back to do some mining. Just coming in with a quick 73 mining.
So, a bunch of mining later, and if we search this sack, we get ourselves 40 nuggets. Now, if we drop all these, because I don't need them, and if we head over and trade Prospector Percy, we should be able to get ourselves the Prospector helmet, which we can now add to the rest of the collection. And because I've still got the collection log pop up on from the live stream, it says that we've now unlocked the Prospector helmet. But we can now head over to the house and add this to the rest of the set. So, with adding the Prospector helmet to the house, it's going to warn me once again, but there is one more piece that we need. Where is the outfits? There it is. One more piece, and that is the boots, and they only cost 30 nuggets, so they shouldn't take too long to get. Next time we head over there to complete this set, we will probably eventually be doing the golden Prospector kit by doing shooting stars, but that will be waiting somewhere in the future, so I'm not too worried about that for now. But right now, I think what I want to do is head back over to the RKS library and work on a little bit more runecrafting. It is our lowest skill, ignoring Herbal, as I've said many times. So I do want to train this up a little bit, eventually get it to 77 when we can finally unlock blood runes. It's pretty much just library for the next 17 levels, which is getting kind of tedious, but it needs to be done. So we're going to knock out about 5 runecrafting levels, and then we'll move on from that. 61 runecrafting. 62 runecrafting, 63 runecrafting, 64 runecrafting. Okay, so this should be the last manuscripts we need. If we hand these in and put them all on runecrafting, we should finally hit our level. And there is 65 runecrafting. Finally finished with this little grind. I think anywhere above 65 I'm going to do level by level, because it's becoming progressively slow. And I want to make sure that I've got plenty of content to show you guys every week. Please get out of my way, Horfus. Let's move down here. However, contradicting myself a little bit here, I'm thinking of pushing for my second 99. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but getting 99 Firemaking and Hunter will allow me to finally ditch the looting bag, something I really want to be done with. I understand how convenient the looting bag is for me, and don't get me wrong, I love having it. But it really does have its downsides. For one, every time I die, I effectively have 2 inventories on the floor, and given my lack of teleports, it makes it very inconvenient for me to re-obtain my stuff. Secondly, every time I die, I have to spend another LMS point replacing the old looting bag. This wouldn't be an issue if I didn't hate LMS as much as I do. Spending hours accumulating points in a minigame I despise is not how I want to play the game. So, the sooner I can be rid of this bag, the better. In conclusion, I want to get the loot hoarding 99s out of the way so that I can play the game peacefully without worrying about LMS. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to some more skilling. I want to chip away at a few more skills, starting with smithing. So, as we do for every time for smithing now, let's head over to the blast furnace. So I've encountered an issue. There was an update earlier on today which added this, and it seems to have got rid of the minigames tab. Now, I would use the minigames to get to Keldagrim. Unfortunately though, I don't know where it is. So I don't have a minigame teleport. So, after some further investigation, apparently they have now moved it to the clan tab. I didn't realise this, I actually looked it up on the wiki. Quick mention, while I'm in here, I think I already mentioned it as well. If you guys want to join the clan chat, feel free. Overzeahlous is the name we use. This is the title of my other series. Just a name that I decided to go with. But if you guys want to jump in here with the rest of us, it'd be really nice. We're going to head over to a blast furnace now and get working on some smithing. Also, I've noticed that some of you guys really like the way I say it. So, here. Smithing. And that is going to give us 66 smithing. We're going to quickly hop back before it starts costing us too much money. Don't like getting the level when I'm hopping because it means it starts draining the coffer. We still have another 20 bars in there which we need to turn into dart tips, but we hit 66 and I think that's where I'm going to call it for now. I'm only going to do the one level because, as I said, the levels are getting progressively slower after 65, but we're going to make all of these steel bars into steel dart tips. So we've got these here, we have about nearly 9k, and then we'll head off and get some feathers to add to them. Okay, so that's the last of the steel bars used up. We're going to head over to Zaya, actually.
think the heart's probably the closest one. We're going to head up to the warrens, and the reason that I'm heading up to the warrens to get the feathers is because I'm actually going to head over to mess afterwards, and we're going to train a cooking level, and I just figured this is slightly quicker as it's kind of on the way. Okay, that should be all the feathers that we need. 8 for 80, we've got 8 for 80 dart tips, and I'm going to run over to the mess hall now, but I'm going to try and fletch these on the way. Just finishing up the last of the darts, and we are greeted with a strange plant, which is not useful at all, considering I'm not going to be doing much running. I'm going to keep hold of it, just in case I happen to run out of energy while doing mess. It's very unlikely, but it could be useful nonetheless. And we're just going to drop these steel darts. It didn't even warn me that it was valuable this time. But having this extra inventory space is going to be quite nice, because before I had to keep dropping the knife, but I should now just be able to keep it down here, and I can make 10 pizzas at a time. So we're going to invest some time into cooking, grab ourselves a cooking level, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. And that is going to just about wrap up 67 cooking, which we are going to stop. We're not going to do any more cooking for now, but what I think I want to work on for a bit now is I'm actually going to go and try out some temporos. I did say a while ago that I was going to try this, and it's been some time, but I'm in the mood for some temporos, so I think I'm going to ask some of the guys on the Discord if they want to join in. I've never done it before, so I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Might even try and do it without looking up how to play. It might be a bit of fun to do it blind, but we're going to go over and attempt some temporos. Okay, so here is me attempting temporos for the first time. I'm going to be doing it just alongside Mr. Luke, or Catatrix. I don't even know how you're supposed to say that name, buddy, I'm sorry. Apparently we can get all the items on the boat, so I'm pretty much just going to be winging this, and I'll give you guys some highlights at the end as to how well this went for me. So I'm going to grab 3 buckets, rope, a hammer, and a harpoon, apparently. This is apparently the gear we're going to need. Again, no idea what I'm doing, so I'm hoping that my little babysitter here can help me out. You say fish, but I have no idea what you actually want me to do. I'm just copying you right now. Okay, so apparently you catch these jumping fish. I probably should have looked up what I have to do in this. This is complicated to say the least. I bet you guys watching are just thinking, wow, this guy's a noob and does not know how to do things, and you'd be right. I did know about this, however, when they were releasing Tempoross. I remember them mentioning that much, and tethering yourself to the totem pole apparently stops you from being washed away. Cook the little fishies for minor cooking XP, put out some fires, back to cooking I guess, stop myself from being washed away once again, and then apparently head up to the cannons. Where do I even load these? Fill ammunition crate, I guess? Oh, okay, just do that. Easy enough, pretty much just like Wintertide. And back to get some more fish. Seems fairly simple. So maybe we should do it on the official world. Kind of failed that run, so I think we're probably going to switch to the official world. So we've switched over to world 41, the official Tempoross world. Hopefully this is a little bit smoother than trying to do it as a duo on my first time. Probably not the best idea I've ever had. Nonetheless, we're going to give it an attempt. On the bright side though, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of what I'm supposed to do in this minigame now. It doesn't seem too complicated. It seems to be very similar to Wintertide. It's basically you just collect up the fish instead of collecting the logs. Cooking the fish is like turning it into kindling, and then loading it into the can is like loading the brazier. I feel like it's a fairly simple minigame. Pretty much just going to try this for a bit and see how it goes. Gotta be honest, one thing I've noticed about this is that the fishing XP must be pretty decent. I get like 90 XP every time I load one of these, and honestly it doesn't take that long to get an inventory, so this could actually be the best fishing XP for me. Well, that was awkward. I lost a bunch of items, including a rope, and then a wave came along, and I lost more items because I didn't have my rope. So I'm gonna go grab another rope and hopefully not make that mess up again. Wow, I just lost like half an inventory of food just because I ran for a bit of fire. I did not realise that. Oh, and I lost my rope, so now I'm going to lose all my rest of my fish. No! Give it no! Wow, this is an absolute disaster. This is something I've definitely got to get used to. I'm absolutely abysmal at this so far. Okay, so first successful run, I guess. Gotta be honest, I didn't really do much this run. I kind of feel like I was carried. I don't even know how I get back. I guess just leave. There we go. Gonna be attempting this a few more times. Hopefully I get a little bit better at it and I'm not just completely abysmal like I was that run. I will be netting for the rewards later on once I've stacked up some points so we can see how it goes. But we're going to do a few more runs and try and get a little bit better at this. So I apparently just completed the task Master of Buckets. I also ran for a fire because I'm an idiot. I didn't even know that I could complete any combat task, being a level 3. It doesn't really make much sense to me. But once I finish this run, I'm going to have a quick look and see what that actually was. Okay, so that is another run completed. Like I said, I did run for a fire, so I lost some of my gear. Not a big deal though, because we're finished with this run anyway. So we're going to leave and we're going to have a quick look and see what that combat achievement actually was. Okay, so apparently I've completed 2 tasks. It says on here 2. I don't remember doing the other one. Nonetheless, we can have a quick look on here. Apparently killing the Wintertide more than 10 times. I guess I have done that in the past. Maybe that's why that was automatically ticked off. But let's have a look of Master of Buckets. Extinguish 5 fires. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so you can get the combat achievements throughout the skilling bosses. I guess that makes some sense. I just pretty much assumed that combat achievements would be off limits to a level 3 because, well, I don't do combat. I didn't even realise there was a guy over here. But that is Tempoross number 3 completed. Tempoross number 4. And that is going to wrap up Tempoross kill number 5. So we are going to now head out of here. I think I'm going to stop with number 5. 5 kills for now was a nice experience. I will probably come back here because the fishing XP is actually really good compared to other methods that I have access to. And honestly, it's quite enjoyable. It's a lot more fun than just standard fishing. Now we have stacked up 5 rounds of rewards. So we're actually going to go over here and see what we can get from these. If we come back to Tempoross in the future, I will most likely just stack up all my points and then collect it all at once, rather than do it like this. But I wanted to see what I can get as rewards from this time, just as a little tester, so let's go ahead and net the pool. Apparently you need your pin to do this. Okay. Let's get our rewards. Okay, so here's all the rewards that we got. Interesting that you get planks from this. I didn't know this. This could be really helpful, because I could use this for mahogany homes. Now, I'm not sure what tier of planks it goes up to, but even if it just stops at oak planks, doing mahogany homes with oak planks isn't that bad. And honestly, it's something that I might be up for doing. So if I ever use this to get 99 fishing, I might be able to stack up a whole load of planks to use for construction. It could definitely be worthwhile doing. We're also going to open up this casket and see what we get. 84 gold bars. Wow, this minigame could actually be really useful for a level 3. Unfortunately, with these rewards, I will be dropping them, as honestly, I'm not going to bother spending these on anything anytime soon, and they're just going to hold up inventory space anyway. But this does give me some future reference as to what I could get if I did a lot of Tempoross at once, and it is something that I am actually heavily considering. So look out in the future, because we may be doing a lot of Tempoross, and that might be what I use to get 99 fishing. Given that any other method I did 99 fishing with wasn't going to be very productive anyway, it wasn't really going to get me anything out of it, this may have to be the method that I use. However guys, this is where I'm going to end off this episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you guys next week.